Hello and welcome to Bottom Line. Well, it's just over 3 weeks to go for the crucial Assam Assembly elections, and with it, hectic politicking is underway in the state. Equations are changing, dynamics are changing, and tonight we are talking about the BTR, where earlier the BJP had aligned with the UPPL, and now Hagrama Mohilari-led BPF has joined the Mohajut, the Congress-led alliance. What does it mean? Can it change the dynamics? Can it have an impact on the poll results? Hagrama Mohilari, mind you, is still quite popular, we would like to believe, because if we take into account the results of the recently concluded council polls, despite not being a part of the council, Hagrama Mohilari did secure a sizable number of votes which cannot be neglected. But at the same time, the BJP UPPL combined have the accord on their side and their development mantra on their side. But how easy is it going to be for the BJP UPPL or Hagrama Mohilari? That is the question everyone today is asking. To discuss on the matter, I'll be joined by Mr. Pramod Boro, the current BTC CEM, and of course UPPL Chief. Welcome, sir. In the studios in Guwahati, I have Ratna Singh of the BJP. Welcome to Bottom Line. I also have Netraranjan Choudhary of the Congress. But I would like to go to Mr. Pramod Boro first. Welcome, sir, to Bottom Line. Mr. Pramod Boro, the battle lines have been drawn, stage set for the big Assam elections. How confident are you? How confident is the UPPL?
See, we are very confident because this new Gadbandhan under the leadership of Congress, it is not going to affect in our politics, because 17 years of BPF, they were in ruling of council, and 70 years, you know the history of the 70 years ruling of Congress in country. So this is the understanding between two corrupted team, two most corrupt team of the world. They are joining hand in the Assam election. So I am only surprised the Congress party, who had been opinion against this BPF, that there was corruption, there was violence, there are so many this and that. So suddenly they have joined hand with them. And other one is the AUDF, including the killing case of Rafiqul Islam, one student leader. They have been many times in the media and in different places. They had the opinion against the BPF, that this BPF not doing anything for the minority, that this BPF has not done anything for the protection of the minority people in their ruling regime. But suddenly they have joined hand. And I'm surprised that why this is happening. So we are very clear that they have no social agenda, they have no economic agenda, they have no any other agenda of humanitarian issue or the security matters. They have only agenda to how to gain the power to rule the people, to rule the state. That is only their focus and that is only their mission. So people very clearly understood what they are going to do. And this time, that's why we are very confident that BJP government, they have signed accord with some Boro organizations to ensure peace and security of the people of this region. And of late, we have seen they have done with Karbi people also. They had done so many issues in proper way that people can convince and people can achieve their grievances. So that's why we are very confident in this election, and UPPL as a new party ruling in this council, people have full faith on UPPL, and people voted for UPPL to ensure the good governance and also security and equal right and status of the people. And as we promised in last election, we have already we have granted so many land pattas to the landless people. and also we have addressed some of these most serious grievances of these people. So people will definitely, give their mandate in favor of UPPL and BJP alliance.
Well, okay, UPPL is confident, you are confident, and of course the UPPL is running the council, but can we also ignore the fact that the BPF had got a sizable number of seats in the BTC polls? Does that mean, let's accept it, does that mean that the BJP-UPPL alliance will have a tough job at hand? Hagrama Mohilari may continue to be a tough nut to crack.
No, this is not tough job, because at the time they had used some unfair means, which you know very well as a journalist. In last 17 years in Bodolan area, you have seen so many killings, so many violence. They only use the might and the wealth for their political gain, and that's we fail to do that, because we want the value-based politics in our area, and we want that citizen of this region also can have the adult franchisee in the proper way. That's why we refrain and restrain from many, distinct activities like them, and they had corrupt so many, these funds coming to BTR area, BTC area for development of the people. And I can cite you one thing, that is, after our government started, we have fined 2,300 crore liabilities in the council. This is a very small council, but they have made this 2,300 crore liabilities in different departments, and most of this money already they have taken from the contractors and businessmen, and they have gathered this money for this political purpose and other purpose. They have procured so many properties in and around the Kokrajhar town, and all these things are known to people very well. So this time people very clearly deciding that they are not going to vote BPF anymore. And last time in council election, they created some kind of emotional with the Bodo people also, that these people are internally linked with BJP, linked with this, linked with that. But people has understood that what BPF actually did and what they are going to do at this moment.
Well, okay, point taken. But again, BTR area also has a sizable chunk of minority community people, minority population. Do you think that is one area where the UPPL, BJP combined has to work an extra bit?
Yes, but I would like to, say on this matter, minority people are not like what they thought in long years back. So UDF had, win with a sizable number in their first attempt and second attempt. Third attempt, they lost in many seats, UDF. Again, Congress, they thought that Muslims are their vote banks. But in last elections, Congress didn't achieve so many votes from Muslim-dominated areas or minority-dominated areas. So this time, I don't think that this alliance will directly influence the minority voters, because minorities, they also have so many issues with them now, which didn't resolved by both either Congress, AUDF or BPF. So this sizable number or whatever, they are not going to absolutely vote to this Gadbandhan or this, this alliance led by Congress. So we have also a good number of, the minority people in our party and other party also, which are not Congress or AUDF. So this time, I don't think that they will absolutely gain the minority vote, even they have this kind of alliance.
And coming to your alliance with the BJP, have you discussed the seat sharing with BJP? Will UPPL contest majority of the seats in BTR?
Yes, our discussion going on, and it may take another 2-3 days, but our discussion is going on within our party also and with BJP also.
Deviating from the polls a bit, you had announced that anomalies of the previous council, the Hagrama Mohilari-led council, would be proved. What is the progress on that front?
Yeah, there is so many cases coming to, our notice, and already our liability assessment committee, they have got so many this kind of files in the offices, and maybe within short period of time our government is going to lose FIR against these cases, because they don't have right to do like this. In last government there are so many funds they have misappropriated, they have siphoned up and corrupt, and in the file these are all clear. There was no tender, no proper tender, no formalities, just they have signed and they have taken the money from office. So these cases are coming in light. So I think within short period of time all these cases will go to court, and most corrupt, whether it is officer or politician or anyone, contractors, they will go to this under the this law.
Okay,
under the court of law.
That will take its own course. I know you have to go. My last question to you, Mr. Pramod Boro, is this going to be the final showdown between Pramod Boro and Hagrama Mohilari?
No, this is starting between our respected Hagrama Da and me. There is no end. It is just started. If I'm to continue the politics and he has to continue the politics, then this kind of laugh and this kind of this affairs will go for a long time. But I just request our former boss of the council that he should not get excited or emotional, and he should not go for any kind of violence. Politics should be there. Our country run by the politics, so politics must be there. It should be fair, peaceful, democratic way. Otherwise, for some the emotional kind of decision, our people suffer a lot. So this should not happen, and I wish him all the success in his new team with Congress, AUDF, and blah 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 blah. So may God bless him.
That's quite sporting and sarcastic at the same time. Thank you so much, Mr. Pramod Boro, for joining us in Bottom Line. If I can come to the studios to Ratna Singh of the BJP first. Well, all these days, Hagrama Mohilari had been quite defensive, even though the BJP had made it very clear that they would not be going with the BPF. The BPF had still maintained a fair distance with the Congress so far, but perhaps it has been forced now to align with the Congress. Was the BJP ready for it, or you are a touch worried? Because whatever you may say, Hagrama Mohilari did, the BPF did get it was the single largest party if we talk about the council polls.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing I want to appreciate what Mr. Pramod Boro had told, that he wished best wishes to his the partner, Mr. Hagrama, and that's I feel that's a very sporting a talent which one person, a politician, must in the present arena must have in this present context. Well, coming to the point, BPF and Mr. Hagrama moving away from the BJP, that's something which we knew that it will take place, and in fact, we were in fact ready that this might happen, because when the elections were taking for BTC, the writings on the wall were very clear, and I think Hagrama was reading it very clearly that what was coming in front of them. So I think BJP was ready, and almost the people of the the state, they were also ready that these things might happen. And the mandate was, no doubt, he got 17 seats, but mandate was clearly in favor of UPPL and BJP. So I feel now the people, the grassroots people also, they want a change. The people of Boroland area territorial BTC, I feel, they also want a change. And this change is very good. It's meant for peace, it's meant for development, it's meant for harmony. And I feel that Modiji's vision is for peace and development and good governance. So if a person coming in form of UPPL, Mr. Pramod Boro and his team, can give a good governance to the state and to the BTC region, then I feel it is a good thing, good happening. And I wish luck to Mr. Hagrama. If his alliance, whether it is holy nexus or unholy nexus, I'm not going to comment on that. But I think before 2016 also was an ally, so he has gone back to his home. But now I want to say one thing, that he is combining and he's having ally with AIDF and Congress. what was the face of AIDF, what was the condition of AIDF during the BTC elections right now, which has just happened. I think the seats were very clear, the mandate was very clear, and if he has gone against to make alliance with AIDF and Congress, I think he must understand and beware. He must be very cautious of what steps he has taken. In fact, all these days, all these years, he was ruling over the BTC, and what condition he has made up of BTC. Accountability was missing, transparency was missing, development was missing, so many things were missing. And right now, Mr. Pramod Boro also, he is telling that lots of cases are coming in forefront, which is dealing with the corruptions, which is dealing with unaccountability, no transparency, and so many things, and cases are coming in forefront. So I think even the people, if you move around during the elections, I had a chance to move around. I came across people of the BTC region. They were very clear about the corruptions of Mr. Hagrama and his team. So people were tired of his hegemony. People were tired of what type of system he was with governing. So right now people want a change, and BJP was ready, in fact, this unholy, alliance which is going to do with Congress. BJP was ready with it, and I think we wish him lots of lucks. And this is a clear arena, an open arena. No one is friend, no one is a foe permanently in elections and politics.
No permanent friends and enemies. Netraranjan Choudhary, well, even the Congresses in the past lambasted Hagrama Mohilari over alleged corruption in BTC, in BTR, and now you decide to join hands. Again, a marriage of convenience, which is so common in politics.
Right word, marriage of convenience.
See, before we come to this question, let's see about how and why these type of things are happening and what the message it's giving. It's not about BPF joining hands with this Congress and this alliance. Why is it that we are in a situation where BJP's allies, is breaking away? Not only for Assam, if you see entire India, what is the BJP's model? The strategic interest, they will have alliance with some parties in some state, get into it.
Well, that is because the Congress has not been able to forge alliance. Nobody wants to forge an alliance with the Congress probably.
It's like a parasitic mode. They will totally utilize, gain their entry into it.
Or the grapes are sour, a case of sour grapes.
Now you are saying corruptions and a lot of things. Now why is that? BJP was silent, and then suddenly before BTC election, they suddenly realized, BPF is a corrupt party. Because why they forgot then when they were requiring BPF when AGP walked away during those days. So I think BJP is like pure opportunistic game they are planning. It's a well thought out strategy to gain their inroads into Boroland politics, and I would congratulate definitely BPF and UPPL as well as make them very cautious that learning from them, whatever BJP has done with their allies, just be very careful. You should not be another victim of this parasite. Now coming to the corruption and all, it doesn't suit also from BJP's side. They were saying ke na khaunga na khane dunga. Whatever happened, corruptions we all know, right? From people used to write exams in hall, they were writing exams in hotels. Irrigation department elections.
No, but you are saying since elections, the BJP, okay, you are saying since the BJP did it, quote unquote, the BJP did it, so we don't mind doing it.
No.
Okay, the BJP was an ally with the BPF for the last 5 years. They realized only at the, I'll get a reaction on that from Ms. Ratna
Singh also. Silent.
You are saying you are accepting, okay, fine, the BJP did it, so why not us? Why shouldn't we have a slice of the pie as well?
They are only thinking for their own strategy. Now they need a new partner. Probably they were saying that maybe BPF will be a new bargaining if they are losing some seats in Upper Assam. Then they cannot tolerate a strong leader there. And see, now we are saying that these elections, BPF rules and all. Let's see, even after so much campaigning in these BTC elections, there was a very marginal loss for BPF. I think 3 seats were losing. So you cannot write off old.
Doesn't that make it? Shouldn't you appreciate? Shouldn't you laud the BJP for taking such a decision, despite knowing probably that Hagrama is still a serious player, still a very serious player in BTR? The BJP is going ahead with the UPPL. Of course, they are saying,
well, that is the strategic interest. That is the typical BJP mode of strategic interest. They need a probably better inroad into it. So that is their internal policy and that is strategy. They will be knowing it better. But certainly this election particularly is all about whatever promises they made, and then they are saying development and all. What the developments they have done in Assam? Look at the vision documents, look at the promises they have made. So
before I come to that, Ratna Singh,
yeah.
this is one question that everybody has been asking, that it took the BJP 5 years to realize that there was misrule in BTC, and only at the end of the term did the BJP decide to sever ties. Why did it take so much time? And people are also questioning the timing of the move.
Definitely. I welcome your question, and I really appreciate my partner's fellow panelist gesture and whatever opinion he has given as BJP as the opportunistic party. But I feel that no doubt BPF was ally with the BJP government, and still till the code of conduct we were the allies. But one thing is very clear, that time knowing that they were corrupt or not, it was okay, fine, they were there existing in the government. But when we moved for the elections and we moved among the masses, the voters, the people, then only we came to know that what was the reality happening there in the governance. And the governance was not accountable, not transparent, and in fact corruption was there. No doubt they were a part of the government, the three ministers were there. And even Hagrama and his team were doing lots of corruption, lots of corruptive measures were taking place, and development was not taking place. These things were come to the forefront only when we went to the elections with the masses, with the people. We have alliance with the voters. BJP has direct connections with the voters, with the masses, and the masses are against Hagrama, and the masses are against BPF, and the writings on the walls are very clear. And BJP understands the heartbeat of the masses, and the masses want a voice against corruption, and they wanted a new face in the form of Pramod Boro. Pramod Boro, with the APSU background and forming a UPPL, he gave a new face. He brought a new face to the entire corruptive hegemony of the BTC, of the council, which was run by Hagrama Mohilari. And I feel, and people also felt, and they have voted, and the mandate was clear. Clear was in support of BJP and UPPL. If one thing I just want to raise a question, if Congress is so very, having question marks on this alliance, I really feel pity that one person who was a Congress member who won the seat in this BTC election, why did he come and join the BJP? He was also not sure and happy about the alliance. He was in the Congress, he was existing in the Congress. So he came and joined BJP.
See, you are master in purchasing MLAs.
No one is purchasing. No one is purchasing. See, come on, let me clear. I did not intervene. Let's have a very sincere and a very disciplined debate. I did not intervene in your while you were giving your versions. So let me clear. It's my opinion. You might not like it. It might be harsh for you. But the truth exists that the person who won the seat, and he was not comfortable with Congress, and he came and joined with BJP. Now this clearly proves that the people of Congress are not happy with Congress, and just see the condition of the Congress in Assam. And I'm not going to talk about the Congress entirely in the country, what the condition has become. You talk about opportunism, why not? You are having alliance in Bengal with the left, and you are having an ally with left and in the Bengal, but your enemy is left in the Kerala. You are having opportunistic politics, Congress, very clearly. And in the BTC region, people wanted a new face. People wanted somebody like Pramod Boro, who showed enthusiasm, who showed activism, and he has a clear background. And people felt that this person is going to bring a change in BTR region, and so they voted for him. No doubt 17 seats were given to BPF, but Hagrama has problems of corruptions, has problems of unaccountability. That is clearly people are saying in the BTC region. And if he doesn't understand, I feel, I should not say I'm a very tiny person to say these things, but this is the end of Hagrama. And if he understands the writing on the wall, let's be ready to face the music.
Netraranjan, Choudhary.
Well, a couple of things, Honorable, representative from BJP said a couple of things from her speech only. She said that BJP understands the heartbeat of people. That's fine. If really your BJP is appreciating and really understands the heartbeat of people, the heartbeat of people is saying that implement the 6th clause of Assam Accord. You scrap CAP. why you are not realizing this heartbeat? This is my first question.
We will be
Second thing, no, let me, madam. Second thing,
all the things will be fulfilled.
No. Now, please, you don't interfere. I'm telling you, I'm telling you about your heartbeat only. The heartbeat of people is in the people of Assam now in existence, about the indigenous existence. Why you are not realizing the heartbeat of Assam, which is 6 clause? Why you are not realizing the heartbeat of Assam, which is Ka, and whatever you have promised? No. You cannot have two standards. You cannot.
You compare your 70
You promised development. Come on, ma'am. I'm telling you. You're telling about development indexes. You are a woman. You tell me that Assam is the highest in the crime against the women. No, shouting doesn't see. Shouting doesn't. No, shouting. You are a woman. Tell me why Assam is in the high. No. Why? Yes, I'm raising a question. Why is it Assam is highest in the crime against women? Why there is maternity mortality rate is highest in Assam? Is this your governance? You open out the public affairs index. It's an independent report. It says about what is the governance of BJP government.
And the BJP manifestos will be clearly implemented. Compared to 70 years of governance which you have given of corruptions, unaccountability, BJP's few years have done miracle in the country.
Well,
and the
rhetoric can go on. The rhetoric can go on. The rhetoric can go on.
You should be Assam. That's why you are shouting, ma'am.
And I pray to God
you are ashamed of these things.
The rhetoric can go on. The rhetoric can go on.
Really, I'm not seeing these lies. It's just blind lies.
Okay, the rhetoric can go on. Rhetoric can go on. Netraranjan Choudhary, the BJP's point, though I'm not getting into this right now. The BJP's point is, okay, at least we touched base on these issues which Congress didn't. That's the argument. But coming back to electoral politics here, the state Congress President Ripun Bora, when Hagrama Mohidari joined the Mahajut, again appealed to the likes of Raisordol, the AJP to also come in. Doors are open. Well, the Congress has the right to expand the Grand Alliance, the quote-unquote Grand Alliance, but also, is it not indicative of the vulnerability? The Congress maybe feels it's not capable of taking on the BJP unless it gets every player out there to the fold of the Grand Alliance.
Certainly not. See, this particular election is all about, better that this is all about the considering the existence. There is a serious threat to our Assamese existence is being done, and they are making it, through Citizenship Amendment Act. It's quite vulnerable to all people. So this is, if you see the whole Ka movement and all, the underlying factor this time is the Ka movement. Then being, part of anti-Ka movement. So that's why it's our responsibility to approach to all small or big allies to fight together these elections. And moreover, Congress party don't believe in secret love. They have approached openly, and it's all up to the concerned political parties. When the objective is same, at least we believe. And when we understand that our aim and objective are same, so why not form an alliance? So as a larger political party and as allies into these citizenship amendment movements, it's quite logical that all these parties should form alliance together and fight this election, provided if there is any other vested interest of any other party.
We'll have to go for a very short break here. On the other side, we'll also discuss the second phase of COVID vaccination. But before that, we'll carry on with this political discussion with Assam for a little bit more. Short break here. Welcome back. You're watching Bottom Line. We're discussing the politics in Assam with the focus on BTR. Netraranjan Choudhary, Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is in Assam touring the state for 2 days. Do you think it's a little late in the day for the campaign to pick pace?
Well, not at all. I think in last few days only, in this program only, we were asked why our big shots are not coming, why so much. I said yes.
The message was sent across.
Yes, that people are really coming, and just wait and watch. There is no panic button. Our central leaderships. That's why quite aware of whatever is developed. Everybody is working as a team, and I don't think so. It's unnecessarily create hue and cry and then things. So central leadership is coming whenever is required. You will see more central leaders and prominent personalities visiting. Everything is working very smoothly as far as Congress Party's electoral preparation is concerned.
Again, Ratna Singh, the Congress has also been questioning the BJP over and over again for allegedly not being able to deliver on the promises. That is something that I'm sure the BJP leadership will reply in style. But again, do you see both from the BJP and the Congress the focus mainly, unfortunately, is on the politics of polarization at the same time? Both from the Grand Alliance side and perhaps from the BJP side as well.
I'll not agree to it. I'll not agree totally to it. Some part might be right, because polarization, it takes place. It doesn't. No party makes tries to make a polarization. I don't know about Congress, but BJP is never never vouching for polarization or something like that. We try to deliver the best. We try to deliver the best governance, corruption-free governance, accountable governance, and because of that governance, polarization takes place. People want to come to BJP and they want to join BJP. They want to vote for BJP. We believe in that. We believe in positive governance. We believe in positivity. We believe in hard work. Almost all the cadres and members and office bearers in every one of BJP, we work hard. We work day and night, and we are totally busy in the elections that, we want to win it. It's a challenge, and definitely we take a challenge with open mind, positive mind, and we don't believe in any polarization. People love BJP, so they come and become polarized towards BJP. I don't know why. But very important thing is that you talked about Priyanka Gandhi. I just want to say one thing also, because it was not a direct question, but I just want to hint on that. It's a late. Definitely it's late. Madam has come late. And like my friend in the panel has told that there would be other people also, senior leaders coming. I think in Congress there is dearth of leadership right now, because what happened 3 days back in Jammu with Ghulam Nabi Azad and G23, I think it is really a late time and a time to retrospect for this Gandhi family, Gandhi Vadra family, to do a retrospection of what is happening in Congress. There is dearth of leadership, and leadership with only 3 people does not make a party.
Well,
it is certainly, let me complete. It's certainly not democracy, and BJP believes in democracy. BJP believes in so much of democracy that polarization takes place, and I feel this is positive polarization. Lots of good things are coming to forefront. We have made promises. Modi ji had made promises. Sarbanand Sonowal Sarkar ji had made promises, and that promises were delivered by Sarbanand Sonowal's government. And definitely in coming days, when BJP will again come to power with full majority, we will deliver our best. BJP will deliver our best, and हम असम को बचाएंगे. गैर ताकतों से, गंदे ताकतों से, गलत ताकतों से हम असम को बचाएंगे. We will definitely save Assam. Sarbanand Sonowal's government will save Assam. BJP will save Assam, and definitely BJP is going to work for the all-round development of Assam. We will deliver promises. We will do our best to fulfill our promises, and we have done. We have done our best.
She has given a lot of promises, and now people of
we have not given promises.
Assam
we have fulfilled also the promises.
476 promises exactly in your vision document. People of Assam want to know how many.
No,
please don't intervene.
No, many have been fulfilled.
So out of 476, how many promises were fulfilled?
Many were fulfilled.
So this is what you. Yes, this is a polarization. This is a polarization between haves and have-nots, a polarization between exploited people and between the jumlas.
Congress must, with open eyes, they must
no. You are talking about leadership. You plus decide who is your chief ministerial candidate.
You
first decide. You are saying double engine. You have got 2 CMs here. You first decide who is your chief ministerial candidate. You have not yet. No.
And
then what is wrong in that?
No.
Netraranjan Choudhary. The the Congress,
We are very clear about everything.
Netraranjan Choudhary, the Congress has a problem if Prime Minister Modi comes to distribute land pattas, says it's not a Prime Minister's job.
So
the Congress is a problem.
So when
the Congress is a problem.
The Congress is a problem. Why you are not asking? Why he was
during when Modi comes and other leaders come. But
he can come. That what is his genuine concern from people of Assam?
Hardly 3 people are there. Priyanka, Vadra,
why he only
Rahul
comes
Gandhi,
as a migratory bird only during time
so
of
only
election?
2 people are running
Where
the
is
Congress
16 May when you say that all infiltrators will be kicked out? What about your jumlas?
Government. BJP
what about your all promises?
When
you say that 6 clause will be implemented, where are your promises?
Thing
is that shouting doesn't prove anything. Shouting doesn't prove anything.
It's not shouting.
We
You also
want,
shout.
No,
it's
we,
a debate.
of
You
course,
also shout.
we are
but
in opposition. We have rights to ask.
But you
people
have
of
to
Assam has
accept
right
the
to ask
question
questions,
and you
and
have
they
to
are asking you
accept
questions,
the very
and you have to reply with all outcomes, whatever you have promises. You said,
BJP has
बहुत हुई
delivered
महंगाई
the
की मार,
best.
अब की
BJP
बार
has
मोदी
fulfilled the
सरकार,
promises.
बहुत
Yes,
हुई महंगाई
अब की
बार
बार
हुआ,
मोदी
कहाँ है मोदी
सरकार,
सरकार
अब की
की
बार
महंगाई,
सर्वानंद सरकार,
कहाँ है
अब की
महंगाई की
बार
मार?
100 से पार.
Okay, I think this is not going anywhere.
अब की बार मोदी
This is
सरकार,
not going
बार
anywhere.
मोदी सरकार.
This is not going
Where is
anywhere.
महंगाई की मार?
This
2016.
This is not going anywhere. It's like a circle. It's like a full circle comes back. Remember when the Congress was out of power the first time, again fuel prices were high. So this is going round and round. I'm running out of time. Mr. Choudhary, forming a grand alliance is one thing. Distributing tickets is another. Having an understanding is quite difficult. Are things sorted, or we will see a lot of drama, because it's not easy when it comes to seat sharing?
Well, I think the concern is same for the BJP is also. So let them also finalize their alliance. Of course, we are.
No, why are you always so concerned about the BJP?
No,
I mean, yes, you are fighting.
Congress is more concerned about BJP and the allies, and they are not working for their winning, you know.
Let them think about seat sharing with their allies, who will be their CM candidate and all.
We will
and
definitely.
Regarding our alliance and all, this is very much on order.
BJP.
We are developing a common minimum program. Very soon, maybe in couple of 1 or next 2 days time, you will also get that thing. So it's everything on process, step by step it's moving. There is no absolutely concern in this matter.
So end of the day, before that last remarks from you, Ratna, saying on the way ahead, of course, as rightly pointed out, even the BJP, the seat sharing with the AGP is still not final. There are reports AGP may be demanding more seats. Are things smooth? Can we expect things to be smooth? Things are never smooth when it comes to seat sharing. But can the BJP tide over any possible crisis as far as seat sharing is concerned?
We are very positive. Things will be very positive, and things will be good and will be happy ending. And definitely seat sharings will take place very positively. Discussions are going on, and within 2-3 days you will be having the right answers in front of you. And it's really, we are very clear about everything. There is nothing hidden in BJP. You know, things are in the forefront, and we understand there is democracy. We accept and we give, you know, the places. We give equal due respect to all the allies, all the parties, and definitely the seat sharings will take place properly, and it will be clear to everyone. And before we end, I just want to say that we are positive. We are going to win, and definitely the people of Assam are also positive. BJP is with the people of Assam, and people of Assam is with BJP. There are few lines in Hindi we say, सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है, देखना है जोर कितना बाजुए कातिल
What about
में है,
farmers? You are saying about the farmers. This is saying in farmers in Delhi. This is saying in farmers in Delhi, madam.
I request and I pray to God that please God give little patience to Congress to, you know, accept the greatness,
we are hearing this in Delhi.
Good work
Farmers
done
are
by
saying all
Modi
these
ji
things.
under Sarbanan Sonowal ji. And I think, I pray to God, little patience must be given to Congress, and I wish them luck, to everyone,
Definitely,
to the holy and
luck.
Unholy alliances. Thank you very much.
Wishing also luck, because you need luck more this time.
Thank you very much.
Well, there's always a lot of drama and rhetoric when a Congress and a BJP spokesperson are there on the same show. So we are not surprised, but what shouldn't be the case is whenever we ask a question to any party, they would point fingers to us, each other. That is something that needs to change perhaps in a democracy.
Definitely.
And we hope that we do have a peaceful election, and may the right party win. Of course, there are no right parties in politics. Nevertheless, we'll have more such debates in the days and weeks to come.